Good morning, students. So today we are going to start the sixth class, fifth chapter. The name is separation of the substances. So this is the second class on the separation of substances. In the previous class, we had discussed about the type of the substances like pure substance and the mixture substance. And then we discussed about the benefit of the separations of substances, and in today class we will be discuss about method of separation of the mixtures. And we know that all substance which we see in the surrounding or the mixtures, they have not the same kind of the properties, and the separations will be depend on the properties of the matter. So we cannot use the single method to separate all the all substances. Okay, so it will be depend on in its properties. So one by one we will be discuss here which method is very useful to separate out which kind of the substances. Okay, so firstly the thrashings. So thrashing is the process, and thrashing word come from the thrash, and the thrash mean to beaten up. So meaning of that, a process where are we separate the substances by the beaten up. Okay, after the beaten of any substances, we will separate out desired substance, and these kind of the process we generally use to separate the paddy grains from its stalks. I think you have seen in the rural areas there are some villagers, they are the farmers, they take the small bundles of their stalks of the paddy crops and they just put on the flat surface or on the stones. So after the beaten up on those stones, the paddy grains, it will be separate out from the stalks. So this process is very useful or helpful for the farmers to separating out the paddy crops. So I think you know the meaning of the paddy. Paddy is also used for the rice. Okay, so rice second name is paddy. I think you get the meaning of the thrashings. Now if we discuss about the winnowings, so winnowing is the process. The word winnowing is come from the wind. Okay, so winnowing word is come from the wind. It means there are the separations are done by the wind. How wind can help us to separating the substances? Suppose if I take the mixtures of the grains with some stalk or the husk in a bucket. Okay, there are the mixtures of grain plus husk. Okay, and I just pour it or I just fall it from some suitable height. Okay, there are some height and I just fall it from the height. Okay, now there I use a fan, and it will be definitely wind will be blow in this directions, and there are the mixture of grain and husk. So this wind will help us to separate the husk or from the grains, or we can say it will help us to separate the grain from husk, because husks are the lighter in the mass while grains are heavier in the mass. So this wind will be blown up to the husk, and the husk will be fall at the some distance, but the grains are the heavier in mass and they will be fall under the these regions. Okay, so what we are using the wind to separate the lighter substance from the heavier substance. Heavier substance, it will not be blown, which are our grains, but husk is the lighter substance and it will be blown up with the wind. So it will be separate out by the using of wind. So I think you get the meaning of the winnowings. Winnowing is the process where our separations of substance is done by the wind. So we use a winnowing basket is also in this conditions. Now, if I talking about the hand pickings, hand picking is the traditional method of the separations of mixtures, and we generally use it at our home to separate out the impurities in the pulses and the rices. Before cooking the rice, we generally separate the impurities on the rice, like a small stone of the a small piece of the stones and some other kind of the impurities. So we separate it by the hand pickings. So when we see, we pick through it hands and just remove it from the pulse or rice. Okay, so I think you know the meaning of the hand pickings. It is a common process and it is the traditional process we generally use in the at the homes to separate out the impurities. Okay, and the next one is sieving. Sieving is a process of the separations which is done by the sieves. So we can write there Sieving is a separations process which is done by the sieve. So you know the meaning of the sieve. Sieve is just like a trains which has a large number of the small wires with the crossed links, and they make the small portions and they allow to just fine particles. Suppose we have a mixtures of those substance which contains fine particles, I mean very small particles, or as well as large size particles. So how we can separate them? By using a sieves. So by using the sieves, if we are separating the small size particles from the heavy size particle or larger size particles, we can say that this process is known as sieving. So the common examples at our home, we use the sieves to remove the high size particles from the floors. We use a sieves to remove the large size particles from the floors, and this is the called sieving process. Okay, and it is generally it is also used in the construction sites when we separate the sand, fine sand from the heavier stones, sand mixed. Okay, so just separate out the impurities on heavier sizes. Okay, I think you understand the meaning of the sieving. Now we will discuss about the magnetic separations. I think you know the meaning of the magnet. Magnet has a properties to attract the ions and iron substances. So definitely we will use the separations techniques to separate out the iron like substances. It also attract the irons like chromiums. There are some substances, but generally we use it to separate the irons substances. Okay, so suppose there are large materials and we have to separate the iron substance. So we can use the magnet to separate out from theirs. Or in this kind of the separations, we generally use the electromagnet. And suppose they are in industry and they are industrial waste, and we have to separate out the irons from the earth. So we use an electromagnet. Okay, electromagnet is an artificial magnet which we can control it by some process. Okay, so the power of the magnet can be controlled by the human beings, and these electromagnets are used to separate out the magnet iron substances or those substances which are made by the irons. So I think you get the meaning of that. Magnetic separations can done by magnetic separations also can be done where iron impurities will be present. Okay. Now we will discuss about the second, that is known the decantations. And before the explain the decantations, I will just try to explain you what is the meaning of the sedimentation, because there is an important part, or we can say this is the pre-process of the decantations. Sedimentations. So this is also a separating process, we can say. Okay, but I have not written the method of separation process. Why? I will explain you. Sedimentations. Suppose if I take a water in a beaker and I just pour insoluble substance which cannot be solved in this water. There is the waters and I am adding the soil. I know soil is the insoluble in this waters, and what will be happen after some times? The soil particles will be dissolved, not dissolved, because they are the insoluble. So they will be settled down at the bottoms. Okay, after some times. So we can say the insoluble particles are sink or settle at the bottom. So this process is known as the sedimentations, when insoluble particles settle at the bottom of an liquids. Okay, so this is known as the sediment, and this process is known as the sedimentations. After the sedimentations, we can be separate these mixtures, water and the sediment, water and the soils. We can separate out. How? We will be pour this water into the another beakers by just holding it, and the sediment will be removed in this waters. Okay, I think you get the meaning of that. Suppose if I take these beakers, sorry, this is the empty beakers, and I just pour it. There are sedimentations, the sediment, and this is the water. So I take this I take this beaker and I just pour it into the next beakers. So water will be come in this next beakers, and there will be remains only the sediment. So after this process, we will be separate out the sediment through the waters. So this kind of the process will be known as the decantations. Decantations, when we pour a settled substance, not the settled substance. When we pour the liquid substance after the sedimentations into the new beakers or new vessels. Okay, so this kind of the process will be known as the decantations. I think you understand the meaning of the what are the decantation and what are the sedimentations. Now I will explain you what is the loading process. Loading is also the simple process. Suppose if I take a muddy water, this is the muddy water, the water which has certain impurities, and I will be tied up a piece of alum. I think you know the meaning of the alum. Alum is generally used in almost every home. Alum is known as the fitkari. Okay, so alum I just pour in this muddy water and I will just move it just for 1 minute. Okay, so after the sometimes after the moving this alum, so alum will be dissolved in this waters, in this muddy waters. So when it will be dissolved in these waters, it will be absorbed by the muddy particles or the soil particles. Suppose this is the soil particles, and when the alum will dissolve, it will attract by these soil particles, and the mass of these soil particles will be heavy. Okay, suppose if I make another examples, suppose this is also a muddy water. Okay, but here I have not give the alum. Okay, suppose there is water and plus the muddy waters and there are some impurities, and we know that the muddy water like the soil impurities they will be settled down and they will take the long times to for the settle. Okay, but if I just moving the alum, if I dissolve some alum in this impurities, this muddy waters, and it will be dissolved and it will be absorbed by these muddy waters, then these molecules mass will be heavier, and then it will be settled down very quickly comparatively without alum. Okay, I am saying you suppose it will take 2 hours for the sedimentations, but it will be quickly around 1 hours. Okay, I can say it will be comparatively much faster reactions in the sedimentations form. Okay, so I think you get the meanings. Muddy waters can be separated by using the alums, and there are the sedimentations process will be much faster comparatively to the normal situations, and this process we can also pouring and then decantation process will be done. So loading process is the meaning here, we are load another substance just for the sedimentations. Okay, I think you get the meaning of that. Now the filtrations, if I explain you the meaning of the filtrations, suppose I just make the tea, and as we know that tea is also a mixture of the some ingredients like the tea leaves, sugar, water. Okay, and I have to separate out the impurities. I didn't like, definitely I will not like the tea leaves if it will be poured in my cup. So I just want to remove it, and how I will be remove it? Just I will use a strain. Okay, I will filter it before pouring in my cup. So after the filtrations, I will be separate out the undesirable substance from my desirable substance. Okay, so I think you get the meaning of the filtrations. Filtrations means to filter out, but the same process is happening in the CVs. I think you know that here we are using the sieve, like this kind of the substance we are using to separate out the fine particles from the heavier particles or the large size particles. But the filtration is also done by the strain or the sieves. But there are a small difference between the both process. Sieving is done in those conditions where the mixture of the solid substances, both components are the solid forms. Okay, but filtrations case, in the filtrations case, there are both components are not in the same phase. There are one is liquid form and another one is in solid form. So we can say filtrations process is done to separate out the solid substance from the liquid. Okay, so filtrations, here we generally use the strain or sometimes we use the filter paper to separate out the solid substance from the liquids, and sieving we will say when we separate out the solid particles from the solid particles, okay, according to their size. Now next the evaporations. I think you know the meaning of the evaporations. It is a very simple terms, and we generally say when we come out the evaporations word and we think about the liquid into water. Sorry, liquid into gas or steams. I can write there steams. So we know that the evaporation is the process when a liquid is converted into the vapor or the gaseous substances. When water will be converted into the steams, we can say that it is the evaporations. And when we let our clothes to the dried up in the sun, so it will be also process of the evaporations. So evaporations process is also use the separations techniques. But what kind of the mixtures we will separate out through the evaporations? Suppose if I take a beakers and I just mixed up, there are the water and I add some salt in it. Okay, and I know that the salt is the very soluble into the water. It will be quickly soluble. Okay, so it will not be easily separate out through the any kind of the process like the threshing, winnowing, grand picking, sieving. No one process will be help us to separate out the salt from the waters. So how we will separate out from the earth? So we will just use the evaporations. So evaporations will help us. We know that salt has higher boiling point compared to the waters. Water will be boiled at the 100 degrees Celsius, but salt has high much. I don't know, but exactly I know the meaning. The salt has a high melting point, high boiling point. Okay, so salt will not be evaporate at the 100 degrees Celsius. And suppose if I give them heat through the burners, and the water will be start evaporate into the gas, into the air, and there will be just remain we have only salt. So after the evaporations we separate out the water from the salt. So this is the solutions, as you know that. So salt is remaining portions in this beaker and water will be just evaporate from the air. So after the evaporations we have not get the waters, we will get only the salt substance because water is just lost into the atmosphere. So we cannot absorb, we cannot collect the water. We will just collect only the salt in this process. Now if we discuss about the distillations, before understanding the meaning of the distillations, we should have to know about the meaning of condensations. I think you already know about the condensations. Condensations, and another one was the evaporations. Both are the reversible, both are the opposite conditions बोल सकते हैं. Okay, we can say evaporations when the liquid will be converted into the steams or gas liquid. Okay, I will write there the gases. When liquid will be converted into the gas, that process will be known as the evaporations. And similarly, when gas will be converted into the liquid, this process will be known as the condensations. When the vapor will be condensed and it will be formed into the liquid, we generally hear this sentence. Okay, distillations. Suppose if I take a kettle here, my drawing is not good, I know. Suppose there is the mixture of the water and salt. Okay, now I just give them heat by the burners and it will be start to evaporate. What will be evaporate? Water will be evaporate from there. It will be starting to vaporize. And now I use there a vessels. It is completely filled by the ice cube. Okay, and I just pour and another beaker these positions. Okay, so listen. I take a kettle and I just start to heat this solutions, and the water will be start to evaporate, and the salt will be remain in this vessels. So this is the steams of the waters. So this process is known the evaporations. We already discussed it about the water will be converted into the steams, and after the using the ice cubes, when these steams will be touched with the cold temperature surface. Okay, it is a cold surface. When the steams will touch at the cold surface, it will be condensed, and then this steam will be converted into the liquid forms. So this process is known as the condensation. When the steam will be converted into the liquid phase. Okay, and how it will be done? When it will be come in contact with the cold phase. So this is the cold surface, cold phase, and when the steam will be contact with this surface, so it will start converting into the liquid portions and liquid particles. And when it will convert into the liquid particles, we can collect into another beaker. So I think you get the meaning. Suppose if we have to separate the water and salt mixtures, and we need both substances, water as well as salt, so we will use the distillations process. Distillations process is a complete process where a liquid is converted into the gases and gas is converted into the liquids. So we can say in the distillations both gas will be converted into the liquid. I will write there. Liquid will convert into the gases and gas will convert into the liquid. So I can mark the two directions. Okay. I think you get the meaning of the distillations. When the liquid will be converted into the gas, this process will be known as the evaporations. And when gas will be converted into the liquid, this process will be known as the condensations. So both process will be happens, then we will say the distillations processes are occurring. Now, there the water and the salt mixtures are present in theirs, and we need to separate the water and the salt both. We need the both components. Okay, so we will be done the distillations process, because through this process we will get the salt in this beakers and we will get the water in this beakers. But if we have to separate only the salt from the mixture of the salt and waters, we will be go through the evaporations if we have not need of the waters. Okay, so I think you get the meaning of the distillations, evaporations, filtration. If you have any doubt, any questions, ask me.